Hey guys, it's Hadi. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, I've just come down to the beach area just to have some peace and quiet. I've got peace and quiet at home as well. But anyway. But also basically just to think of the way forward. What am I going to do with my channel? What am I going to do with my life? Because at the moment I've been doing junk journaling at home, cleaning up, and the last 2, 3 days I've been junk journaling. And I finished, I think two toppers and one complete journal. And of course the thing is got an alligator mouth. What's new? Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing something, to sell the junk journals, whether to sell them complete or sell the kits. I think, if a person sells the kits, it'll be nice because then you can put your own journal together the way you want it. Um, yeah. There's a sign here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see that sign? That one there. Oh. Right, there's no such thing as a poop fairy. Please pick it up. Bags are provided. Anyway, um, I think that's quite classic. Yeah, people that walk their dogs on the beach and then they don't pick up the poop. Yeah, I was walking with somebody one day and the dog made a mess on the beach, and she just took her foot and covered it with sand. And I looked at her and I said to her, I said, how would you like to step into someone else's dog's poop that's been covered up with sand? And yeah, she kind of got the message, and she also never invited me back to the beach for a walk. Yeah, I just think, you got to think of other people. And not everybody wears shoes on the beach. A lot of us walk barefoot. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I've just been thinking of the way forward, what I'm going to do. Um, yeah, I'm going to probably land up making the junk journal kits. But also in the, when I am traveling, which I'm hoping to do after the winter or near the end of winter, um, I've got to keep myself occupied in the car or out there. Out there is easier. I can go on hikes and stuff like that. That's not an issue. But if it's really horrible weather, what am I going to do? So I've got to keep myself occupied inside the vehicle. So I can do my crafting and stuff. And jewelry making doesn't take up that much space. And paints don't take up that much space. I'll stick with acrylics because the oils and the linseed oil and stuff like that, yeah, you might kind of get high, which is not, I don't think it's a good idea to get high. Mm-mm. Anyway, um, the other thing is I could continue working on some of my other books. Here's an idea. Anyway. Yeah, so I've just been thinking about the channel. What am I going to do with this thing? Because I'm not really doing much of van life, you know, not now in any case. I had mom to look after, and then I had to try and sort my own life out after that. And then I moved. Now that's all done. My brother came and dismantled one of the cupboards in the house that I didn't want in the house anymore because it was just too heavy and ugly. So he dismantled it, him and his worker, and they put it in the garage. So that's good. And then I realized I've got a few more boxes underneath the one table in the corner of my lounge that need to be unpacked. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go home, go and eat. I bought a chicken today. They gave me a whole rotisserie chicken. We normally pay 90 Rand for. That's a normal price. And the floor manager for that area said, "Now we'll give you some discount today and we will weigh the chicken because they're small birds, they're small chickens." Mm. So they weighed it and it came to 80 Rand, 79 Rand some change. So I saved 10 Rand there, which I was very pleased about. So I said to him, I said, "Thank you. I'm not going to complain about that." So that was a nice surprise. And I'm just thinking, I'm wondering if they're doing that because he said the chickens are small, but I'm thinking these might be chickens from yesterday. So that means it needs to be eaten up. I'll see. They looked all right. Smells all right. Can you guys see? Let me just clean my hands and taste it. Baby wipes. Van Dweller's best friend did. But it's always good to keep those things in the car because you go everywhere and you touch your steering wheel and what have you. Anyway. Mm. I think this was cooked yesterday. So I'm going to have to eat up whatever I'm going to eat up today. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Tastes alright still. What's today? Monday. Yeah, no, I'm always a bit concerned when they just suddenly want to give discount and it's not actually on a special. So, yeah, but anyway, when I was standing there, a friend of mine came and stood next to me. She's a lovely woman. And so I told her that I've got 10 Rand discount on the chicken. So I showed her. So she said, "How did you manage that?" I said, "I don't know. They chose to weigh it." Yeah, she's digging in her trolley, and she bought stuff, looking for her chicken that she'd got there by them. And she gave it back to them and said, "Well, you weigh that one too now." So hopefully it doesn't come to more than what you know, what the price normally is, because I mean, if it's heavier, you're gonna pay more. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, but I think that chicken was really cooked yesterday. I hope it was cooked yesterday, not the day before. Anyway, okay, guys, this video is kind of all over the show. All right, lots of love. Bye.